Zwolle is a municipality and the capital city of the province of Overijssel, Netherlands. It has a population around 125,000. History. Archaeological findings indicate that the area surrounding Zwolle has been inhabited for a long time. A woodhenge that was found in the Zwolle-Zuid suburb in 1993 was dated to the Bronze Age period. During the Roman era, the area was inhabited by Salian Franks. The modern city was founded around 800 AD by Frisian merchants and troops of Charlemagne. The name Zwolle is derived from the word Zwolle, which means hill. This refers to an incline in the landscape between the four rivers surrounding the city, IJssel, Vecht, Aa and Zwarte Water. The hill was the only piece of land that would remain dry during the frequent floodings of the rivers. Zwolle was established on that incline. A document mentions the existence of a parish church dedicated to Saint Michael. That church, the Grote Sint Michaelskerk, was renovated in the first half of the 15th century and exists to this day. The church contains a richly carved pulpit, the work of Adam Strays van Weilborch, some good carving and an exquisite organ. On August 31, 1230, the Bishop of Utrecht granted Zwolle city rights. Zwolle became a member of the Hanseatic League in 1294, and in 1361 joined the war between the Hanseatic League and Valdemar IV of Denmark. In the 1370 Treaty of Stralsund that ended the war, Zwolle was awarded a Witt, a trade colony, in Scania, then part of Denmark. Zwolle's golden age came in the 15th century. Between 1402 and 1450, the city's gross regional product multiplied by about 6. In July 1324 and October 1361, regional noblemen set fire to Zwolle. In the 1324 fire, only 9 buildings escaped the flames. Zwolle was also, with Deventer, one of the centers of the Brethren of the Common Life, a monastic movement. 3 miles from Zwolle, on a slight eminence called the Agniatenberg, once stood the Augustinian convent in which Thomas à Kempis spent the greatest part of his life and died. At least as early as 1911, Zwolle had a considerable trade by river, a large fish market, and the most important cattle market in the Netherlands after Rotterdam. The more important industries comprised cotton manufactures, ironworks, boat building, dyeing and bleaching, tanning, rope making, and salt making. In World War II, Zwolle was single-handedly liberated from the Germans by Canadian soldier L.E. Acuto Major. He was made an honorary citizen of Zwolle in 2005 and a street is named for him. In 2004, Zwolle's Delibridge restaurant was honored with 3 stars by Michelin Guide. As of 2007, with the demotion of Park Heuvel from 3 to 1 star, it is one of only 2 restaurants so honored in the entire country. Blauwingers. Citizens of Zwolle, colloquially known as Blauwingers. This dates back to 1682, when the St. Michael's Church Tower collapsed. The authorities were strapped for cash and saw no option but to sell the church bells to neighboring city Kampen. To make sure that Kampen would not make too much profit from the deal, the local authorities asked a high price for the church bells. Kampen accepted, yet after the arrival of the bells it became clear they were too damaged to be played. In revenge, Kampen paid in copper coins of 4 duiten. Zwolle distrusted Kampen and wanted to be sure they truly paid the entire price. After the rigorous counting of this vast amount of money, their fingers had turned blue from the copper. Climate. Buildings. Besides the Grote Sint Michaelskerk, there are several other historic monuments in Zwolle. The Roman Catholic Onze Lieve Vrouwe ten Hemelopneming Basilica dates back to 1399. The church tower, called Pepperbus, is one of the tallest and most famous church towers in the Netherlands. The modernized town hall was originally built in 1448. Mention should also be made of the Sassenpoort, the city walls, the Mostadmakerstorn, a guild house, the former provincial government offices, a Dominican monastery, and on the Melkmarkt, 2 museums, the Stedelijk Museum Zwolle of Antiquities and Natural History, and the Vrouwenhuis. Museum de Fundity, the fine art museum of the province of Overijssel, is hosted in the former Justice Hall on Blijmarkt Square. In the western part of the city, west of the railway station, there is a quarter of Art Nouveau buildings, concentrated mostly on Koningin Wilhelminastraat, Princess Julianastraat, and Prince Hendrikstraat. These three-stall living houses were built in 1900s by various Dutch architects. 11 of the buildings are protected by the Dutch government. The Broerenkik Church was part of the Dominican monastery founded in 1465. The monastery was closed in 1580 and the monks were expelled. From 1640 until 1982 the church was used for Protestant services. After a restoration in 1983 to 1988 it has been used for cultural events and it is now a bookstore. Thorbeckegracht. Pepperbus from the Equal. The house in front really is that crooked. Probstraat, inner city. Sassenpoort. The Rich Friar House, a centre of the Devotia Moderna and later the home of Willem Bart Gen. The organ in Broerenkik. The Art Nouveau Gate at Prince Hendrikstraat 135, 1902, architect Kurt Gisbertus Post. Notable residents. See also people from Zwolle. Arts, culture, entertainment and the media. Hein Boler, actor, Dutch voice of Elmo. Johnny Borg, chef with 3 Michelin stars. Gerard ter Borch, painter. Tusk Brugum, television host, actress. Herman Brood, painter, rock star. E.F. Brouwers, journalist and former head of the Netherlands Government Information Service. A. Den Doolard, author. Rijn Visveith, author. Benny Den Hun, actor. Eli Hymans, author. Marnix Kappers, actor. Master I. A.M. Yves Zwolle, engraver. Ton Koopman, a conductor, organist, and harpsichordist. Uri Landman, experimental musical instrument builder, comic book artist. Leonard Van Munster, artist. Robbie Muntz, television and radio maker. Op Gezwal, rap crew. Everhardus Johannes Potgieter, author. Joan Remeltz, actor. Danny Rook, television host. Emmy Van Swoel, actor. Bertie Schlar, journalist, news correspondent in Berlin. Jan Vane, pianist. Charlotte Wessels, singer of Delane. Michael Minsky, singer and conductor. Religion: Johannes Busch, church reformer and provost of the Augustinian monastic order. Andreas Ignatius Shapeman, Archbishop of Utrecht. Alanus de Rupi, Roman Catholic theologian and Dominican promoter of the Rosary. Politics: Laurens Jan Brinkhorst, former Minister of Economic Affairs. Joan van der Capellen tot den Pol. Willem Johan Lucas Grobbe, Minister of Finance from 1883 to 1885. Johannes der Pelquijik. Johan Rudolf Thorbecke, Prime Minister of the Netherlands. Sports: Jeroen Dubbeldam, 2000 Olympic equestrian champion. Harry Duiven Jr., heavyweight boxer. Martin Akelboom, hockey player. Martin Haar, former football defender. Ron Jans, soccer trainer. Joe van Maal, president of the Royal Dutch Football Association from 1980 to 1993, treasurer of UEFA from 1984 to 1995. Eric Pierrick, field hockey player. Johannes Smeekens, Olympic speed skater. Peter Wessels, tennis player. Science: Thomas Johannes de Eltjes, mathematician, civil engineer, politician. Educational institutions: Zwolle is home to several universities and colleges. Artes: Christelijke Hogeschool Windesheim, Delschen College Zwolle, Hogeschool Zwolle, Landstad Zwolle, Seebep Zwolle, Grainvella Zwolle. Transport: road transport. Zwolle is a hub in the national highway network, and gateway to northern Netherlands. This is reflected in the high traffic volumes in and around the city. The A28 serves Zwolle with 4 exits, and runs from Utrecht to Groningen. It is being widened to 8 lanes across the IJssel River and 6 lanes from Zwolle to Meppel in 2010 and 2011. The motorway initially opened between 1964 and 1970. Another motorway, the A50, interchanges with A28 just west of the city, offering a route for southbound traffic to Apeldoorn and Eindhoven. The N35 highway starts in Zwolle, where it forms the eastern section of the ring road of Zwolle. It runs as a non-motorway to Almelo and continues to Enschede as a 35 motorway. The ring road is mainly a 4-lane road, with numerous traffic lights. It forms a full ring, and also exists out of the N337 highway that runs to Deventer. Other sections of the ring road are not numbered. Parts of the ring road were widened to 6 lanes in 2010. Other numbered highways running from Zwolle are N331 to Hasselt, N758 to Nieuw-Wellhuizen, N340 to Ulmen and N764 to Kampen. Bridges due to nearby rivers. There are several major bridges in and around Zwolle. The most important bridge is the IJssel Bridge, where the A28 motorway runs across. It was completed in 1970 and carries over 115,000 vehicles per day. Adjacent to this bridge is the older IJssel Bridge, which opened in 1930 and was destroyed twice during World War II. A third IJssel Bridge is the railway bridge, which carries the railway line from Zwolle to Amersfoort, and from 2012 to Lelystad. There are several bridges across the Zwarte Water River, including 2 4-lane bridges, a 2-lane bridge, and a bus-bicycle bridge. There is also a bridge across the Vecht, which carries a 28 motorway. Another local bridge is adjacent to this bridge. A third bridge carries rail traffic to Leeuwarden and Groningen. Numerous local bridges exist around the historic city centre. Rail transport. Zwolle Railway Station. The first train in Zwolle arrived on June 6, 1864. Today the city has rail connections in 8 directions. The rail connection with Amsterdam via Lelystad, the Hanselijn, is operational since December 2012. Water transport. Zwolle is located on or near 3 rivers, several canals. There are some water-related industries in Zwolle, mainly in the Vorst industrial area. International relations. Twin towns. Sister cities. Zwolle is currently twinned with Leunen, Germany. In the past, Zwolle had partnerships with Ursukulma, Hungary; Rutobois, Rwanda; Vologda, Russia; Kaliningrad, Russia;